Seek leave to make a very brief explanation before asking a question to the Minister for Aboriginal Affairs about the opening of Yipti Yurtapuultiku. On Sunday, I joined not just hundreds but well over 1,000 other South Australians at the launch of the Soul of Port Adelaide, Adelaide's newest Aboriginal cultural centre. Can the Minister please share with this Council and the community of South Australia how that will contribute to reconciliation and benefit the community, and any other details he may wish to share?
Call the Attorney-General.
Thank the honourable member for her question. I too was very privileged on Sunday afternoon to be at the opening of Yipti Yurtapuultiku, the roughly translated to the Soul of Port Adelaide in the Kaurna language, which is a new purpose-built facility right in the heart of Port Adelaide on Old Port Road that has a whole range of functions. As a tourism venue, an education venue, it has meeting rooms, nature playgrounds, and I think will become a major meeting space for not just the Aboriginal community but non-Aboriginal community in the Port Adelaide area in years to come. I've heard estimates of somewhere for the entirety of the afternoon between 6,000 and 10,000 people attending the opening. I think it far exceeded the expectations of all the organisers and anyone who was there. And I've been asked a number of times about what the facilities looked like, and I've got to say I think they look awesome, but I couldn't see a lot of it because there were so many people there. So I look forward to returning time and time again, and I'm sure as holding the Aboriginal Affairs portfolio for the Labor Party and for over 10 years now, and hope to hold it for some time into the future, I'll be returning time and time again to this quite remarkable facility. Not just is the facility itself quite stunning and will contribute, I think, to reconciliation in a very meaningful way in the future, but the opening was pretty special as well, sir. Contributing was Kaurna elder Lewis O'Brien, who at now 95 years old is certainly one of the most remarkable Aboriginal elders in South Australia. And if you consider that at 95, Uncle Lewis has been around contributing for more than half the time the state and the colony that preceded it has been here. It is a remarkable legacy of contribution, as is carried on by other members of his family. A number of his children were there at the opening ceremony for Yipti Yurtapuultiku, who had contributed a lot in the design as well. Pat Warrior-Reid gave a very inspiring speech with a lot of call and responses from the audience that was infectious in the way that was done, and then performances in the huge sand area that I'm sure will be used a lot in the future from people like Jamie Goldsmith and Uncle Moogie Sumner. So I think everyone who was there couldn't help to be affected in some way by not the joyous and solemn nature of the opening, and I am absolutely certain in the years to come will become a staple in the reconciliation journey, not just for the Port Adelaide area but for South Australia.